it is time to make the sound to summon the stream. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry, game started. I had not adjusted the audio level. Sorry about that. This should be better, though. Just so you know how low you have to put it to make this tolerable, the audio output for the emulator is currently set to 8%. Yeah, this is 8%. Kind of insane. Of the DK crew. Huh. Obviously, for the sake of tradition, every stream starts by listening to the DK rap. Good morning, Suleiman. Welcome to the stream. There's no style, he has no grace. This Kong has a funny face. Can handstand when he needs to and stretch his arms out just for you. Inflate himself just like a balloon. This crazy Kong just digs this tune. Huh! Huh. Hell yeah, Chunky. I can hear the copyright sirens for some reason. To be fair, I've really never had any meaningful issue with copyrights. I've never gotten a copyright strike on this channel, and while there have been some claimed copyrights, I've never had an issue with one of my claims being approved. Just an ambulance passing by. Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Clickcard, and welcome back to Donkey Kong 64, where I am going through the game to get 100%. We are currently sitting at a respectable 42%. So far, we're doing pretty good. 85 out of 200 golden bananas, 4 out of 10 battle crowns, 3 out of 8 boss keys, 15 out of 40 banana medals. Last time I actually got the rareware and the Nintendo coins, which was an insane challenge. 8 out of 20 banana fairies, 16 out of 40 blueprints. So everything is actually going really, really well. Today we are going to be 100%ing the level Gloomy Galleon. But first, we need to get it opened up. Wait, what the hell? Did I accidentally hit a button? It was supposed to, like, show the whole thing. Okay, well, for some reason that cutscene was cut short. Nevertheless, it looks like there's a banana in here that we can get if we bring Lanky. Ah, okay. I don't even know if Lanky has his run fast power yet. I will have to check that. But before we go into the Galleon, we are going to test it. Lanky might not have his barrel power yet. I'm like 60% sure that Lanky doesn't actually have his barrel power yet. He does not. Okay. Then I assume that we will be getting his barrel power probably in this next mission. Dude, calm the hell down. I'll get you out of there. It's just gonna take like 20 hours, okay? Look, I know it's boring, but you can wait 20 hours, okay? So, if I am not mistaken, I think the entrance to Gloomy Galleon is underwater? I think you enter the ship from an entrance. If I had actually seen the full cutscene when I gave the... There it is. If I had seen the whole cutscene when I gave the boss key, I would have been able to tell, but this works out too. Oh! Okay, Chunky! Whee! Hey, Chunky, how's it going, man? It's time for you to grab a blueprint. Weird question, why is the loading icon is 2 watermelons? Why not bananas or apples? Why watermelons? Watermelons are my health. That's basically what you're seeing. Yeah, my health is those 2 watermelons up at the top of the screen, and each watermelon has 4 chunks in it, so I basically have 8 hits before I die. Okay, so I can't get that switch right now. We've got a teeny barrel. Why watermelons? Is there a secret reason? Because a bunch of other fruit is already represented. Bananas are sort of like a general currency that I'm using to unlock levels and bosses. Oranges are grenades. Several of the Kongs shoot fruit as projectiles. Watermelon is just another one on the list. And melon is actually rather popular in Japan as well. Okay. So we can't actually go there. Am I missing somewhere else that Teeny can go? Not that I am seeing. So I think we're good to just head into the level itself. Whoops. Cool. Yeah. You can have the bananas and get out of here. Let's roll. Welcome to the next level. I underestimated those Kongs. Their progress is unexpected. Chief Technician, I trust the Blastomatic will soon be ready to be activated. We've had a few technical problems, Your Majesty, and my men are all lazy. He's lying, sire. He's always asleep. Please forgive me, oh great... Guards, make sure no one leaves until my machine is ready. Gotta make a run for it. Alright, Gloomy Galleon. The first of the levels that I have not set foot in yet during this playthrough. All of the previous ones I visited at least very briefly, just in order to get all 5 characters unlocked. So the first thing I want to focus on is opening up various switches and paths. So we've got the lighthouse over here, which we can open with Donkey Kong. Oh my god, just hit the damn things. Alright, good. That's one. Next up, there were some chunky pineapple switches back this way. Come on, Chunky, it's time to use your great gun of power. There we go. The first step is definitely to make sure that we get everything open. While we're here, we can grab a few bananas. Looks like more than just a few bananas. Oh god! Excuse me, sir. Oh! Oh, that's great! Okay, we already found Cranky. Well, that's fantastic. That's going to give me new powers for all of my Kongs. So, let's make sure everyone visits, and we can unlock all of our new stuff. Come on, Chunk. Back again. No, I don't want to play that. Okay, no potion yet for Chunky. Nevertheless, I need to make sure I visit him with everybody, just in case. Wrong button. Good job, Chunky. We're all very proud of you. Oh. Okay. Was there a blueprint up here? No? Interesting. Well, there's still a few chunky bananas, so... Okay, that is... Lanky. Or, no, those are... Alright. The point is that we're done here for now. Alright. Let's go with DK just now. This is a new enemy type that is being introduced. They are an absolute pain in the ass. Okay, and then there's Switchy... There's Diddy and Lanky switches over there. Am I the only one that watches your streams that are about random games? There's usually like 3 or 4 people who wander in over the time, but typically only 1 or 2 ever bother chatting, so... For the most part, yeah, you're one of the more common ones. Alright, moving on. Let's head to Diddy. Okay. Unfortunately, this really, really does represent the sort of gameplay that we are going to have consistently throughout the day. Constantly switching back and forth between characters as opportunities present themselves. Also, I hate these guys. I think I take 2 oranges. No, okay, these guys just beat away oranges. Got it. Oh, good morning, Cole. Welcome to the stream. Come on, Dids. Let's grab a few things. Really doesn't look like anyone's getting any new stuff on this level. If the internet word you said is considered bad for some reason, they ruined this character. I'm not sure I know what you are referring to exactly. Whoop. Okay. So there's Dids. Next up, Lanky. Lanky's actually got some stuff to do. Come on, Lank. First off, Lank can get a few bananas. Character's name, don't learn it. It's better that way. Okay. Gonna continue SOS hunting. Alright. Do your best. Hopefully, Cranky's actually gonna give me my barrel power on this stage. No, I don't want to play Jetpack. No, he's still not giving Lanky any more moves here. Interesting. What's your favorite shiny hunting method? I don't shiny hunt with any regularity. My shiny collection has been obtained through the use of giveaway bots. Nevertheless, if I do absolutely have to shiny hunt, my absolutely favorite way of doing it was with the Dynamax adventures. I thought that was a really fun and interesting way to shiny hunt. Especially since, you know, every Mon there with best odds was a 1 in 100 chance of being shiny. And 4 Mons per run, which means that ultimately it was a 1 in 25 chance of actually getting a shiny for every Dynamax adventure, which honestly I think is decently reasonable. I think that's fine. 4% is an absolutely insane chance of running into a shiny. And the way of obtaining them was actually kind of fun. So that was my favorite way of actually hunting shinies, and it was the only time that I ever bothered with like a lot of shiny hunting legit. If a system like that was improved upon, I would be a lot more interested in shiny hunting in general. Ultra Wormhole for regular Mons. Ah! I skipped Gen 7. I'm not familiar with any of the shiny hunting mechanics from Gen 7. God damn it. Teeny, will you please just do this? Lanky Kong is the only orangutan in the clan because the clan is... I assume you mean to say racist? You can say racist. But I would have to disagree, since the DK clan also consists of orangutans, chimpanzees, gorillas, and given the way some of them act, quite possibly bonobos. If you told me that Candy Kong was in fact a bonobo, I would not at all be surprised. Quite frankly, a lot of this would make a lot more sense if Candy Kong is a bonobo. But then we've had other types of monkeys represented as well. Come on. Talking about in the first game. Oh! Yeah, in the original Donkey Kong Country, all other orangutans are evil. Or, at the very least, they are highly mischievous. Okay. Oh! Okay, there's a chunky banana and some treasure chests in here. So we can knock that out as well. That shouldn't be a problem. Cool. Hey, Chunk, you're back up, man. Everybody loves a good bit of chunk. Beat him. Yep, I thought so. Alright, we have gotten our first dong of the day. Ooh. That's actually useful. Oh, and our first banana fairy. Banana! There we go. Hell yeah. Love how Chunky doesn't want to get picked and breaks the fourth wall. It is really fun. Okay. So next we just need to bring DK back into this room in order to shoot that banana balloon. And then that will be absolutely everything in this room that I can currently access. So then we will get the switches along the side passage. And then we'll be ready to start exploring a different room. Come on. There we go. That's a lot of ammo I just wasted. Okay, next. Lanky. Boop. And boop. There we go. Okay, what does this do? Okay, that opens... That opens a timed thing. Okay. So I believe... that timed thing would be... where exactly? Here's one of the new things for this level. We can be a swordfish. We can't collect anything as a swordfish. But at least we can be a swordfish. Okay. So, while we're swordfish, let's roll around and see what we can find. Come on, on guard. Okay. Oh. Oh. Wish the camera was not so wonky for this. But I am assuming that there is an objective to break every chest. I don't know for sure if that's the case, but it makes sense to me. Okay, that's for Tiny Kong. That is funky. Okay, this is where we definitely opened up from the lanky switch. What the hell? Smeagol set for this SOS is Ice Beam, Recycle, Fall Swipe, Recover. I still don't really understand what SOS is. It's not an acronym I recognize in this context. Yes, Suleiman, I know that I haven't read literally every single comment that's popped up. I also typically don't. Especially not when I'm focusing on the gameplay. Okay. Interesting. So it's break a bunch of things. What do we got? Okay. Alright, bye Suleiman. Thanks for stopping by. It's Gen 7 only. There's a chance for wild Pokemon to call for help. It's only a one battle thing within Adrenaline Orb. Cap is removed on how many calls there can be. The odds are pretty good. Ah, I see. Okay. That is now 2 out of 25 bananas accounted for on this level. And an utterly negligible portion of the, 500 bananas. After a chain of 30 of a shiny chance in the 200s. Skill swap. Harvest Sim, Trixo, Basso, Lepaberry. Oh. Yeah. That makes sense. Very interesting method. Alright, let's check the other vendors. Candy and Funky are both on this side of the map. Okay, upgraded instrument. For all the Kongs. Nice. They've got more musical energy. Thanks. Yeah, you know what? It is now officially my headcanon that Candy Kong is in fact a bonobo. It would actually explain her, what's a nicer way of saying apparent whorishness? I think a nicer way to saying it would be it provides a decent explanation for the ease with which Candy Kong apparently goes on to perform what might be considered animalistic sexual display. I think that's a fair way to put it. Since casual sexual interaction is in fact the primary component of bonobo social structure. Ah, hottiness. Yes, that would have been a much better way than using the phrase, quote, apparent whorishness. Ow! Really? 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 I just have to hit the club? Not even, like, be hit by it? Ugh, that's annoying. Come on, Teeny. Okay, and that is the other section of the same boat. Not a problem. Okay. Are these meant to be the same, like, the same galleons that, that King K. Rool took when he invaded, DK Island originally? Okay.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Alright, I need to check something real quick. The save state load command, save as F2, load as F4. Okay. That's important. Easy. The only are responsible skill swap, trick, and persona are Executor and Trevenant. Everyone uses Trevenant. I think I only use Eggy. Very fascinating. That's a very interesting strategy. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Cool. I think... Yeah, I think that Unguard is lanky only. Cool. Let's go. Okay, we've got Diddy Bananas in here. So here's the thing with Unguard. Unguard can leap high out of the water. And I need to use that to hit these. Which are, in fact, very hard to hit. Because it's extremely hard to judge exactly where they are in three-dimensional space. Got it. And now I just have to do it again. And again. But I'm pretty sure that this opens up something. Okay. Let's go right about here. Nope. That's okay. We're just gonna turn around. Whoosh! Whoosh! The other way to do this is keeping count of your color's PP if it's low. Switch the other mon in battle to be your color for a while. Ah, I see. Okay, that opened the treasure room. So that's been opened now. And then I spotted a banana balloon. Oh, that one's gonna be an absolute pain in the ass. Okay. Fire! Got him. When you play Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, you should try SOS hunting it. It's fun. I might not. It's really just going to be dependent on, like, how much I want to bother doing aside from just main plot. And in that, I am still, like, relatively undecided. If I try to expose myself to every neat thing, we're probably looking realistically at adding another 6 to 8 hours of material on top of just the initial playthrough. And that is a completely blind estimation. Okay, we've got chunky bananas, DK bananas. Interesting. My primary motive for playing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon really is just to get to experience the narrative. Like, I'm not going to be doing any challenge runs. I'm not going to be, like, going out of my way to find interesting and new Pokemon because, you know, quite frankly, for me, they're not. They're not new Pokemon. They're all ones I'm already familiar with. So it's really about how it's all presented more than anything else. And on top of that, obviously, Z-moves, which is an entire gimmick I've never actually used. So I don't even really fully get how Z-moves work, so it'll be interesting to discover that. Okay. So that's door number 2. Are there just 5 doors around this thing? At 4 and 5. Interesting. The draw distances definitely make this difficult. The N64 really cannot handle rendering over visual distances this significant. Alright, interesting. Then I guess we'll go to the treasure moves. Whee! I am fully expecting a close to 3-hour stream today, as I slowly make my way through and unlock stuff here in Gloomy Galleon. This is probably the level I know the least well out of the entire game. Okay. Okay. Got a bunch of melons. Teeny Kong. A Tiny Kong balloon. Okay, we also have DK's guy in here. So the keyhole is where I'm supposed to enter. So I'm assuming that the goal here is to raise the water level. There we go. Okay. Z moves are pretty simple. Looking at damaging moves, then you use them the same type to Z crystal. And the move you have become a Z move, basically a limited break where it's interesting. Where it does become interesting are status moves, since there are Z energy makes moves like Z conversion, gives an omni boost, Z splash, basically a physical tail glow, and Destiny Bond is follow me. Ah. Okay. Whoa! Okay. So I assume I have to touch all 5 pearls. Cool. Alright, let's go for all the pearls then. It doesn't look like these guys just automatically hurt you if you're stuck inside them. So that's convenient. I think I have enough time to get in there. Yep. There we go. These guys are not nearly as dangerous as their appearance would suggest. They're really just physical obstacles. I like that. So I assume that this is going to raise the water level? Now that I've collected all these pearls, maybe I should go see the mermaid. I haven't met a mermaid. But, sure. Apparently there's a mermaid. Honestly, I'm just really glad that I grabbed the Nintendo and the Rareware coin last episode. I mean, holy crap, thank God for that. Okay. So, I still feel like I'm supposed to raise the water level here. since I really can't reach those starting platforms. Interesting. I really don't know what else I can do in this part of the level right now. Let's see. I think I remember this is a bunch of, like, musical instrument platforms. Yeah, there's Diddy. Z moves have names like Twinkle Tackle and be both physical and special. These are hilarious because of Z. Oh God! Damn it. Okay, so I was reading chat. I did not actually see which one opened. Whoops. Come on, balloon. Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. It does have a frontal destruction arc. That is neat. Okay. There's also one batch of lanky bananas. In that case, let's start with Diddy, who also has a lovely balloon barrel up there. As well as a few coins. Okay. Hilarious because of Z moves. Porzon Z had an OU niche. And you genuinely saw Necrozma Duskmane unironically actually run Splash unironically. Interesting. Ah, man. Okay, so that opened up the 2. Let's roll. Come on, Dids. Nerding about Z moves feels good. Ultramoon is my favorite game of all time. That is really, really impressive. Favorite game of all time is always a challenging place for any game to achieve. I look forward to doing it for myself. Okay. So we have cannons. Some bananas hiding in the corner. Alright, what is our challenge?
Welcome to bonus stage.
Collect all the coins, but watch out for starfish. Okay. So, I also saw coins on the surface. I have no idea where that was in three-dimensional space. Okay, that's fine. Got it. Alright. Last one was above the surface. Gotcha. Boom. Got him. Alright, we are at 4 out of 25 golden bananas. Whoa, you sneaky bastard. Alright. Now let's basically go repeat the same process another 3 times. Because that is how the game is designed. I think this world also has my least favorite boss fight in the game. Which is kind of unfortunate. There's the trombone. Z-moves are like Mega. You can use them off the cuff. Though unlike Megas, it's wired to keep around your Z-move. Okay, that is door number 4. And that leaves a Diddy and a Teeny. Okay, where is door number 4? That is door number 4. Okay, crystal coconuts. That's always a plus. They are a precious resource indeed. Okay. One of the things I always found the most, like, surprising about this area, about this era of 3D games, especially Nintendo games, as they were, you know, turning a lot of their franchises to 3D for the first time. One of the things I consistently found so surprising is how well they were able to retain, like, the feel of their properties, even though the medium and the graphics and the controls and the gameplay were all significantly changing. That's the thing that really, really impresses me about this era of games, you know? Like, many of these games, like Donkey Kong and Mario, they had already established themselves as having, you know, their own tropes, their own specific little idiosyncrasies, which were all limited by the more primitive technology that they were developed on. And then all of a sudden, they have the potential to make these games into big, vast 3D worlds. And the challenge is, like, how the hell do you do that? How the hell do you adapt some of these things, which are little more than products of inconvenience, and actually turn them into things that people are going to recognize and love for years and even generations to come? Like, the challenges that were facing game designers during this era, the early 3D era, were staggering on so many artistic and technical levels. And I find that so incredibly fascinating. God, I am such a nerd. I am the master nerd. I am the red mage of nerds. I am not the best nerd in anything, but I am an acceptable nerd in just about every field. Oh. Well, that is a dead man. Like, that's not just an instance of, like, oh, these are bones that were here. No, that is just straight up a dead man who died in that spot. Shoot the golden banana, just don't hit any columns. Okay, fair enough. Luckily, my reflexes are on point. And my stick control is phenomenal. Got him. I guess if there's one field of nerddom that is just my true forte above all others, it's just gaming in general. Like, gaming is my one true, like, hyperfixation. The only one that's actually remained consistent throughout my entire life and at all points in time. Even series I obsess over, like Pokemon, have, you know, come and gone and had varying degrees of interest in my life, but games in general? Never. There's hardly a day in my life when I don't want to play a game, or 2 games, or 3 games. Who is the voice of Donkey Kong? You know, Francisco, I'm not actually sure. Probably Seth Rogen. That probably is right. That's probably not an anachronistic claim. Okay, Teeny was the last one I didn't finish. So this is going to completely finish up the largest feature of this level. The multi-entrant sunken ship. There we go. Come on, Teeny. I believe in you. Use your powers to swim faster. Okay. I always was a little bit concerned that even these regular bananas are like a solid meter tall. Oh, banana. Okay. I guess they didn't want to torture me with another bonus barrel here. That is fine by me. There we go. Another dong for the pile. Banana, banana. Okay. Banana Fairy. I have heard your plaintive cries for, well, having your picture taken. Almost. And... oh, I call BS on that one. Ah! I'm wasting all my film. Again, I'm gonna have to call BS on that one. Okay. We need a little bit of distance. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Okay, I don't want to burn through all my film. We're just going to drop a save state here. Are you kidding me? Oh boy. Okay. Assuming her movements are fixed, they are not fixed. Okay. Okay. Oh, you damnable fairy. I am an obscenely patient man. Wow. Okay. Okay. Alright. This is where we will save. How? Oh my god! God, you suck, fairy! That fairy is lucky that apes are great swimmers that have gills and cannot drown. Okay. I think that is it. I think that's it for this area. Now, Next spot I want to go to is this big... I don't know. I kind of want to just call it a hive. This big hive area. What's this all about? Okay. The answer is, it is about nothing. So there's a big grate down there. Alright, I think I've done all I can do in this part of the level for now. I think I need to proceed to another part of the level. Excuse me, sir. Specifically, let's check out the lighthouse area. Okay. So this is another sizable location. Let's start by checking underwater. We've got more chests. Okay. I am probably going to end up using save states for the boss of this area. Because if it's the one I'm thinking of, it sucks. It truly, truly sucks. Alright. There we go. Okay. Honestly, no reason not to just grab the bananas right now. Boom. Okay, even more blue bananas. There's some green bananas down here as well. More blue bananas. They're being very kind to Lanky today. Ah, this must be where the mermaid lives. The mermaid that I definitely knew about, you know, because otherwise how would I have known about her? Ah. Okay. Alright, Lanky is up to 3 out of their 5 golden bananas for this level. And bananas 1. And bananas 2. Next objective. Let's get Teeny into there. Does this go anywhere? No. Come on, Teeny. Let's go. Let's go say hi to probably a mermaid. Those are alarmingly large breasts. Oh, my lovely pearls. I hope this golden banana will do as a reward. Cool. My pearls are safe now. Okay. Oh, some coins. It looks like you have a little side chamber. No, I can't enter it. Okay. So that's all that's here then. Cool. Grab a few coins. Nice. So there's a few chunky bananas in here that I saw. As well as some lovely coins. I think Chunky is the first to go over 100 coins. If this game ever got a re-release, I think one of the things it would really need is that when you hover over... first of all, give every golden banana a name. You know, like similar to the way they did with stars or moons or the golden bananas in Bonanza. Secondly, whenever you hover over a Kong in the character change, have it list all the golden bananas they've achieved and their other progress for that stage. That would immediately make it just significantly easier to keep track of it all at a glance. More gold coins. Okay. Oh. Okay, there's... I definitely need to raise the water level at this point. I think I've done everything I can do without raising the water level. I know I'm wrong about that, but I still think it's time to raise the water level. Nah, just kidding. We're gonna go through this. Cool. Okay, this is a bunch of DK bananas. Oh. And some lanky coins. Cool. Alright, next test. Can the water switches be activated by a Kong and not just by Unguard? They can. Good to know. Okay. Next question. Who has their blueprint on this level? Chunky, Tiny, and that's it. Bananas. Whoops. I also think a big thing that this level design needs is something that visually indicates where you are teleporting to on the banana zippers. Because I can never remember which one goes where, so I just don't bother using them. Alright, DK, finally time to get some more bananas. Okay. Quill also did tell a whole dump of full ZA is already out there. I'm not surprised. My opinion on ZA remains unchanged, despite all the marketing material. I still have no sense that it's actually going to have, like, a sufficient amount of, like, variation between the zones. The various zones look really small, quite frankly. I am still concerned about the quality of ZA. I would love to be proven wrong. Nanners! Must be hell to live next to a wild zone in Lumios. Oh god, that sounds terrible. Banana! Okay, so exactly one coin. Okay, I reset again. I think I got all the bananas in here. No. Okay. So we don't want that one. We want this one. Boom! Imagine if each night there are gangsters right outside your house battling with stray dogs. No, 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 no. That doesn't happen at night. During the day, Tyrannotars cause horrific property damage. And then at night, a bunch of people who will quite literally beat your animals to death with their animals show up and hang out inside your home. If they look at you, you will be forced to fight them. Much safer. Alright, so I freed a seal, which I guess is a good thing. So what's in the lighthouse? Hello? Hello? Ow. Ooh, hey, an Omnicoin. Nice. Okay, up we go. This is literally Womp's Fortress. This is quite literally just Womp's Fortress. This is Womp's Fortress, but interrupted by the occasional sound of explosions. Hold on. Don't think I didn't see you. Okay. Oh my god. These platforms suck. Okay. Alright, there we go. Fire! Oh, okay, this is different than Womp's Fortress. It's Womp's Fortress Plus. Ooh. Wait, DK just hit 100 bananas? Huh. Alright, we have powered the lighthouse, presumptively through the use of a Tesla coil. That's probably safe. Love how Barbarical's Japanese name is Geminodes. Oh! Okay, okay, an entire new platform was just added. Also, a banana. Make sure nothing is hiding up here. Ow. Alright, let's roll. Okay. So... So there's just a whole thing moving around, huh? Okay. Alright, Dids, you're up. Dids, we need you to fly to the top. Okay. Honestly, what the hell is on this ship? Okay, a Diddy switch. Okay, which fires a banana. Okay, which goes on top of the lighthouse. Alright. Is there any other function to this? Any interior section? There's a thing here. Alright, Dids, let's go. I feel like a lighthouse light shouldn't move that fast. Okay, that opens that, which puts down that, which has a timer? Okay, why does that have a timer? The only thing I can guess off the top of my head is that I switch to Lanky, I go unguard? No. Okay. So if it resets when I switch off of Diddy, then whatever it is something I have to do with Diddy. But what the hell do you do with a Diddy and a giant fish? Okay. So the fish should be... Wait, or is that back in the other area? I think that's back in the other part of the stage. So, if it's over here... Yeah. Okay. Wait, so what do I do with it? I don't understand what I do with it. Yeah, I don't get it. Arr, only good monkey who released me. Wait, what was that? Only good monkey who released me can do something with him. Who released you? Did Lanky release you? Okay, was it DK?
Shiver me flippers, 'tis the good monkey. Here, matey, have some gold with a thanks from this old sea dog, or seal. Ahar, why not sail through yonder tunnel and join me in a little race? It's chase the gold if you triumph over 2 laps and collect 10 pieces of 8 along the way. Press D to set sail.
Okay, cool. Donkey Kong. Sure. I will give it a shot. Alright, time for today's annoying-ass minigame. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so much faster than I expected. What the hell? What on earth? Oh my god. Oh, this sucks. This sucks hard. Okay. Alright, we're gonna cut across the inside track. Okay. This is lap 2. Nah, screw that. Inside track. Oh, boy. Oh, that sucked. Thank God for save states.
Arr, I be shamed.
Whew. Okay, so with that done, DK is now at 4 of 5 bananas. So their last one is the blueprint banana. And the blueprint banana should be accessible in here now that the water level has risen. Okay. But I'm not sure how the hell to reach it. Okay. Instead of worrying about that, we're just going to focus on what we know we can do right now. Let's go, Lanks. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Lanky was into the inflation fetish before it was cool. I regret everything about that sentence. Oh god, no. Another bonus barrel.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Okay, Searchlight Seek. Find and shoot all the claptraps. Press A to fire melon. Okay. Where you at, you little bastard? Gotcha. Bro, I don't think inflation was ever cool. Well, see, the thing about that is that the Sonic series by value has grown over tenfold over the last 20 years. And if anybody can normalize a disturbing fetish, it's the Sonic fandom. So I fear that as long as the Sonic fandom is gaining power, we just have to acknowledge that horrifying fetishes are just going to be a part of the modern world. And normalized. And carried out by bizarre OCs. Okay. So that's the thing. I don't know how to get Donkey Kong up here.
Welcome to bonus
Oh
stage.
god. Stealthy Snoop. Sneak around the maze to the checkered flag. Okay. Oh. It wasn't that way. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Alright. So it's definitely this way. And then probably this way. Nope. God damn it. Ugh, I hit the button right when I was caught.
Welcome to bonus
Alright.
stage.
Well, at least it's not a major setback. Okay. There we go. Quill, do you know about Fun Bro? Doesn't ring a bell. Truly, a lot of these bonus stages are some of the just absolutely worst stuff in this entire game. Funbro is Smogon's only deliberately banned strat. Fascinating. Okay. Pretty sure I saw it this way. Slowbro with 4 moves. Recycle, Slack Off, Block, Heal Pulse with the item Lepa Berry. See, that's why you run Taunt. There we go. That's how you get up here. Alright, DK. Time to get your thing. Oh! What if I wasn't supposed to go after the giant fish? I was supposed to go in the giant hole that he left. There we go. Okay. So, at this point, how are we doing? DK has everything. They just haven't turned in the banana. Diddy is missing 40 bananas, 1 golden banana and a blueprint. Lanky is missing 20 bananas and a blueprint. Teeny is missing 30 bananas, 1 golden banana and a blueprint. Chunky is missing 50 golden bananas, 50 bananas, 3 golden bananas and a blueprint. Slobo set only exists to make the game take as long. As for taunt, Funbro users deliberately target your taunt mons first. Yeah... No. Taunt can go on so many damn Pokemon. Unless you're exclusively playing people who are playing meta, you cannot reasonably predict which people will and will not be running Taunt. And since you can't reasonably predict who is and isn't running Taunt, you can't guarantee that you're taking out your Taunters. A lot of strategies like that really only work anti-meta. As in, they work against people who are running known strategies and known builds. So that you have an idea of what to expect and how to counter it. If I came across somebody using Funbro, I'd just leave. Like, I don't care. I'm not interested in that. It doesn't sound interesting. It doesn't sound fun. Why would I bother sticking around and subjecting myself to that? It serves no purpose. People who run builds like that are doing it because they enjoy watching people interact with it. So, don't interact with it. Just ignore it. Enough people start ignoring strategies like that, and trolls stop running them, because it's no longer satisfying to them when they know that no one will interact with it. Okay. Got him. So, Chunky and Teeny both need to take a visit there. So where is that in the orientation of here? Okay, it's across from... It's across from the doors. Got it. People are not as complicated as they seem. That is not to say that people are not incredibly complicated. They truly are. However, there are patterns of behavior that nearly everyone falls into. Because ultimately, they are patterns of behavior that are being determined by, you know, the same basic brain chemistry and structure. So it's not terribly hard to work around people who engage strategies like that. Some people have a powerful psychological need to engage in dominance displays. Actions whose primary purpose is ultimately just to express a degree of control over others. And if they feel that their own power is being limited, they will escalate their dominance displays. This is where many aspects of our culture come from. Sports and competitions are essentially just formalized versions of dominance displays. They're very normalized in many aspects of our culture. But, to be honest, unless you're in a sport or competition environment, the simplest and usually most effective way to deal with people who impulsively engage in dominance displays is simply to ignore them.
Welcome to bonus stage.
That way you deny them any sense of satisfaction. I hate this damn thing. I've always been of the opinion that trolling behavior like that is inherently unhealthy. Unless it's something that, you know, is being done within, like, a friend group. Something that's being done casually with others who, you know, could reasonably expect it and who would understand that there is not a malice behind it. Unfortunately, most people who troll specifically target people who have nothing to do with it. And the reason for that is pretty simple to understand. Because if they engage in those behaviors with people they interact with more frequently, they would have consequences for their behavior. Basically, I just have an incredible distaste for pranks, trolling, things like that. I don't think that they in any way demonstrate cleverness or good humor. I think that they exclusively represent a desire to elevate oneself over a victim. And I simply don't see any healthy scenario in which a person chooses to engage in behaviors to elevate themselves over a victim. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do is try to get to that cage. I know that Diddy can reach it. Smeargle is like the poster child of 4-move slot syndrome. Yeah. I'm just wondering, I've just always wondered how many years it's going to take. Before the inevitable finally happens. And we get like a full-blown Pokemon World MMO. It's hard to imagine something more inevitable than that. The world seems absolutely perfect for that kind of a structure. A lot of people frequently and, you know, to a degree, rightly, call out the Pokemon Company's failure to utilize and adapt to new technologies. But I would like to point out that if the Pokemon Company jumped on every tech trend, Pokemon would be NFTs right now. Like, legitimately, Pokemon as a whole is probably the most perfect property in the world from a design standpoint to be an NFT thing. And thank God it didn't develop in that direction. But, my God, like, I cannot even conceive of a property that would have been more perfect for the structural capabilities of NFTs than Pokemon. If anything, Pokemon really would have been, like, an ideal system for NFTs. People could genuinely have a Pokemon that could travel with them, that they could trade. Yeah, everyone would hate it. Absolutely everyone would hate it. And yet, if it happened, it would be a golden goose. And in that capacity, I am deeply grateful that the Pokemon Company does not jump onto tech trends. I can guarantee you, 100% guarantee you, that the idea was thrown around in the offices at Nintendo to make an NFT-based Pokemon game. Guaranteed. I don't have even the slightest bit of doubt about that. Okay, so what do we have in here? Okay, so it switches. Okay, that's fine. Nope, get rid of these. I think the only time they did jump on a trend was the Pokewalker. I think the Pokewalker was... Yeah, that is kind of a good point. But the Pokewalker was also, like, a good functional piece of technology. It was, like, the most accurate pedometer on the market. Like, just a good, solid piece of engineering. I respect that. Alright, we have to kill this thing's heart. And at the time it came out, the Game Boy camera was the highest quality micro camera on the, like, that was commercially available. It's hard to believe that little piece of shit was that good, but in terms of what else was available, best commercially available micro camera that existed at the time of its release. Another absolutely brilliant piece of engineering. Nintendo just does weird engineering things sometimes. Okay, DK, Lanky, and Diddy are all done here now. So... Teeny needs one... No, Lanky still needs to find their thing. And we still have to find a way to access the Battle Crown as well. Okay. I think it's time to explore another area that we haven't been to yet. This is an entire area of the level that has not been touched. Okay, so this is Teeny, Lanky, and Chunky. Gotcha. Let's actually go for Chunky first for the banana. Because Chunky desperately needs more bananas. 2 hours into the stream so far. Honestly, going pretty well. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of that. Then we grab the cannonball. And we load the cannon. Oh god. Okay, what the hell? Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, screw that. Oh, wait, I won. Huh. Well, okay then. Okay. Got it. I mean, holy crap. I didn't actually expect to pull that off. I'm actually real close to beating this level now. I still don't know how to access the battle crown. Alright, Teeny, why don't you go for the bananas? I may look up a map pretty soon. Like, this is not a completely, you know, like, oh, I won't use any other sources type of run. Like, I don't have the interest in doing that. But, I definitely make every effort I can to do as much as possible before I consult external sources. Love the slaps. Okay. The fact that I'm missing exactly 5 bananas for Teeny makes me feel like they were probably somewhere that I was supposed to be already. Which is unfortunate. There we go. Alright, let's take stock. DK's done, just has to turn in blueprint. Diddy needs 30 bananas. Lanky needs 20 bananas, but is otherwise done. Teeny needs 5 bananas and 1 golden banana. Chunky needs 40 bananas and 1 golden banana. But overall, doing pretty good. I do wonder if there is something I missed here. I may have also just spotted a balloon, a banana balloon, and forgotten about it. That's also a distinct possibility. Okay, so there's 2 lanky balloons in there. So everything for lanky is accounted for. All right. So if everything for lanky is accounted for... And I've already done the 2 switches. So it's not going to be anything with Unguard, since we now know that Unguard is done. Since only Lanky can be Unguard, and I now know where their last things are. What really surprises me... Oh no, everybody does have their... Okay. Everybody has their blueprint. What is this structure? Okay, that is something for Teeny to go into. So she should have a barrel around here somewhere? Yes, there it is. Okay. I can switch characters above. Apparently there's going to be a whole feature-length AI-generated movie. It definitely won't be the... You know what? Like, aside from being in theaters, it's been done. It won't be the first. It won't be the last. I do not approve of the use of generative AI for, well, almost anything. I think there are a small number of uses where generative AI actually has value. However, those instances are few and far between. And in general, if you're ever using generative AI ethically and responsibly, you almost certainly should be checking everything it outputs. And if you are checking everything generative AI is outputting as responsibly as you should, you are not going to be saving time. That's the part that truly annoys me, is that anyone who tells me that they use AI for something, I mean, and, you know, I've used it for my own small things as well. But basically, when someone tells me that they're using generative AI, I hear one of two things. It either means that they are being lazy and they're probably putting out crap because they're doing it to save time, and if you're using generative AI ethically and responsibly, you're really not going to be saving much time. Or two, they are using it in order to fill in a gap for a skill they do not personally possess, and which they do not have the means to acquire the aid to do. And I do not think that is an inherently bad thing to do. But I do think it's something that needs, again, to be vetted. It needs to be something that is tested, something that is reviewed. Google Gemini has not become self-aware. Ever. No AI we have ever produced has become self-aware. And our current batch of learning language models are as far as you can get from something that is capable of being self-aware. They simply don't function in any way that could be considered consciousness. And I think that is a very important societal delusion and business falsehood that needs to be absolutely needs to be disavowed. There is no consciousness, there is no awareness. It is a machine that has been programmed to predict the next word of a sentence. That is it. That is its sole function. That is the only thing it is capable of doing. The only thing it has been designed to do is to predict the next word in a sentence. Now, some things, like Gemini, take this as a starting point, and then on top of that, they add various computer modules to increase functionality. But that increased functionality is still based on the basis of predict the next word in a sentence. So they get confused, they behave in odd ways, they say things that sound human, because they have been programmed to communicate the way that humans communicate. But they are not self-aware. They are not growing more self-aware. They are just growing better at, you know, predicting the next word in a sentence. And admittedly, in their ability to predict the next word in a sentence and communicate in a way that is understandable, the technology is very effective and very practical for some applications, like translation. You know, translation on the go. But no. 90% of the crap we hear about AI is because at this point in time, it is in the best interests of businesses to be hyped up about AI. I have seen this come and go a few times in my life. I am 37. I was there when the big thing in business was to put an E in front of everything. Because then people would know it was electronic. And that was the big new thing. Like, if it's electronic, that means it can do it faster. and it can do it smarter, and you're not going to have to worry about it. It's going to make your life so much easier, and you're not going to have to worry about things. And then a bunch of people realized, oh, these e-products in no way are improving my ability to actually get this done to the degree that warrants this excitement. And then we had the smart devices craze. Everything had to be smart, which is really just a fancy way of saying now it's a little bit better at performing some slightly more complicated tasks that you might find interesting. But everything had to be smart. Everything talked about how smart it was. Everything had to be smart. That was the big important marketing thing. It was super important. And then people realized, oh, okay, these are useful, but that's it. And now the big new thing is AI. And generative AI certainly seems impressive, and it is an impressive technology, but at the end of the day, the concept that it is conscious is absolutely false. But do not confuse that with the idea of it being harmless. These are some of the most powerful and most dangerous tools humanity has ever developed. But it's not because what they will do on their own, it is because of what people can potentially do with them. Just like every other tool that has ever existed. And just like every other tool that has ever existed, it's probably reasonable to start really pushing for legislation and restriction. Your average normie out there is not aware enough of how learning language models function or what they actually are to avoid, like, potentially really, really severely fucking up with them. Maybe a month or so ago, maybe a little bit more, I was actually listening to an interview with a psychologist, and they were talking about their clients using AI, and this guy was very much on the like the pro AI side, and all I could think of was that in a profession like therapy, you absolutely should never be encouraging people to go out and talk to learning language models on their own, like it's going to help them work through their problems. It's irresponsible, it's unethical, and it's dangerous. If people want to use AI for that purpose, they need to be taught how to use it for that purpose. They need to be taught how not to use it for that purpose. They need to be taught what is a healthy and an unhealthy use of the technology for that purpose. And that kind of education is just not really out there at this point in time. And that is quite concerning. Like, this guy was talking about how, like, he was arguing with his sister about AI and therapy, so he asked ChatGPT to, like, come up with the answers for the argument. And that was the point where this doctor lost any and all credibility for me. If you care enough to make an argument, make an argument. The moment you tell me that you have outsourced making an argument to someone else, your opinion on that argument no longer matters, because you clearly don't care about it. AI in that field could potentially have practical value. But the same way that a medicine could have practical value, but you have to be told how to take it, how to interact with it, what the dangers are, and how you can mess that up. And we are not doing that with like behavioral AI therapy models. And we really, really need to cut that shit out before it really screws some people up. Well, screws more people up. There's already been some people who've gotten, like, pretty messed up by this stuff. And one of the biggest problems with AI for practical purposes is lack of reproducibility. Because of the complexity of the learning language models and how they work, they do not give the same outputs twice. So there is an inherent unreliability baked into the technology for any, like, professional function. And that immediately renders them highly questionable and potentially dangerous in a number of fields automatically, where the only useful information and data you can receive is objective fact. So, what the hell is this? It's just a cage? Why is it a cage? Chunky is still missing a banana. So, I have a theory that it might be on this ship. It does look like the part on it up on the raised back part might be breakable. But I have no idea how one would get Chunky onto this thing. But that is my best guess right now for Chunky's last thing. Oh! No, okay, I can't climb up there. Alright, let's give this an attempt. Wait for the ship to pass by and reach a low point. There we go. Okay, that was actually a lot easier than I anticipated. Oh my god, Chunky. Thank you. I was right. Oh, hell yeah. There's the Chunky bananas. That's my boy, Chunk. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Chunk! Okay, so what's this? Okay. Are there any balloon barrels in here? Oh! Oh, is it just a matter of punching it? It might just be a punching method. Okay, I don't think you have to hit the Chunky face at all. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, God, no. Okay, my controls have been reversed. Oh, screw that. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Alright, let's go. That's fine. Chunky's gonna make it out just fine. There we go. Okay, so this is a number I absolutely hate to see. 85 bananas. 85 means I don't know if I'm looking for 3 chunks of bananas or if I need a balloon or some combination. Lanky, I know where they are. Teeny, I don't know where she's missing her last chunk. We are now at the point where I'm going to start looking things up. And the first thing I'm going to look up is how to get inside the room with the battle crown. So I can work on that while it goes through these animations. Gloomy Galleon, battle crown. Okay. We are doing pretty damn good. Next. Use the number 2 banana port to go to the room that leads to where Tiny races. Pull the lever there to... Oh, nope, wrong one. Use Chunky to punch down the gate behind Cranky's lab. Oh. Oh, okay, just punch it down. Got it. Alright, that makes sense. So now I need DK64 Gloomy Galleon map. Cool. Doing pretty damn good, if I must say. I need a map. Okay. And finally, Teeny Kong. Alright, I have a map. Okay. We are over half the bananas in the game gotten. Cool. Come on, Chunk, let's go. Why did I not think of this? Cool. just that damned easy. Alright, let's go get Lanky. Come on, Lank, let's get you your last bananas. Perfect. Alright, and I have a map ready to go. Put that there. Hello, gentlemen! There we go. Okay. Lanky is done. Teeny needs bananas. Chunky needs bananas. DK and Diddy are done. So I just need bananas for Teeny and Chunky. Interesting. Alright. Let's start looking at the map. Alright, where might I have missed some bananas? Okay. I'm just gonna go through this whole thing very carefully. Ow. Right, it might help if I also switch to Chunky. So I have all the major locations of bananas marked on this map that I'm looking at. Okay, so let's go this way first. Alright. So it lists bananas on the far side of here. Probably the ones in here, which I already got. Okay. Going over this way, it lists some bananas. Ah. There we go. No other green bananas over here. No green bananas there. Green bananas listed over here on this platform. Or at least near this platform. Which I'm pretty sure was the banana balloon, which I already got. So that should be it for all chunky balloons in this area. Okay. So let's move the map. Excuse me, sir. So, I cannot imagine how I could have possibly not gotten the balloon, or the bananas in here. And indeed I did. I'm guessing that what I am missing is one banana balloon, but I could be wrong. Alright, let's go to the lighthouse. Okay, green balloons are listed around here. I think I already got them. Green balloons are listed inside the ship. I already got those. Okay. So... there's not many places where green bananas are listed on this map, to be honest. Banana Port 3 is over by Snide. And Snide is over here. Okay. Damn it. Wait, wrong way. Damn it. So this map doesn't actually show, like, every individual banana. It just shows the locations of bananas in general. So I don't, like, have a one-to-one map. Okay. Huh. Nothing there. Okay. we can definitely confirm no bananas here. I'm looking for an area. Oh, that's interesting. The map says that there were a total of 15 green bananas over here. I definitely didn't find 15 green bananas. Unless it's just marking this as a general area, or if I had found the other 10 earlier. Interesting. Hold on, hold on. Did I just spot a balloon? I did. Okay. That is the last bit of chunky balloon bananas. Okay, aim right there. Fire! Got it. Okay. All that leaves is 5 bananas for Tiny Kong. Now, where the hell did I leave 5 bananas for Tiny Kong? Coil between Shyly, Cherledge, and Armor Rouge. I'm more proud of Armor Rouge. I really like the Armor Rouge design that you had. That was a fantastic design. Okay. So, as far as over here, the problem with having 95 bananas exactly is that the most likely thing that happened was that I didn't get all the bananas in one of the interior sections. So I'm gonna have to double check all of the interiors. Inside of this ship, there should have been 10 purple bananas. We're just going to go through this very methodically. Okay. Oh my god! And that is why I like to trust my instincts. Because I do believe that means that the last thing on this level has been found. Absolutely beautiful. Gloomy Galleon, 500 bananas, 5 banana medals, 1 battle crown, 2 banana fairies, 25 golden bananas. And that means that the last thing to do is to take on the boss. And I will already tell you right now, I will be save stating through this boss. Because this boss is bullshit. Don't mind him, he's very hungry. Next. Chunky! We're gonna make you give up all your bananas, buddy. You're on a weight loss program. Nice. And lastly, because I'm pretty sure this boss is for Lanky, we will open the door with Lanky. Alright. Let's freaking do this. Alright. Oh god, okay. Hold on. There we go. Alright. Okay, hold on. No, stop it. Activate that window. There we go. Okay. Save states are on. There we go. Okay. Keep going. Okay. Yep, it's a deadly fugu fish. Crap. Okay. Let's keep going. I think I have to fry him 6 times or something. Unfortunately, the range of his shockwaves just keeps getting bigger. The cut Quillfish Evo looks sick. Yeah, it is a really good design. Crap. God damn it. Okay, that's fine. Fried him. If this was a Pokemon, what would you name it? Quillord? Oh, great! He fires homing projectiles now. Yeah, that's probably great with my limited health pool. Okay, we're doing good. Okay. Doing good. Quill good. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, we saved. Now we only have 10 seconds. And the things are much smaller. Damn it. Let's get this right. Come on. Okay. We're still alive. Damn it. Okay, got it. Okay. We're doing good. Okay. Alright. I think this is the last one of the fight. Of course. I think that's it! Whew! Wow. We did it. We finally did it. Now let's get the hell out of this level. Alright. And final things we're going to do for today. We are going to open up the next stage. Just take a look inside of its lobby to see if there's anything interesting in there. And we are also going to pay a visit to the Banana Fairy. Why did you have to do this with Lanky specifically? Because he's the one who had the animations. Okay, do not touch anything on the controller. Okay. Next stop, Banana Fairy. Hey, Banana Fairy. What do you have going on? Wahoo! Hey, Fairy. You've got anything to say to me? You're just gonna keep crying? Oh my god, you lost some kids. Look, I'm finding them and I'm trapping them inside of photographs. You don't need to be so sad about it. Do 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 do. Is there anything interesting up here? Not really. Is there anything interesting behind the Banana Fairy's house? There is, but it has already been obtained. Okay. Let's go take a look at the lobby, and we will see if there's anything in there that I can do right now. As far as I can tell, so far I'm waiting to unlock Lanky Kong's crystal power and the ability to push down blue switches. Okay. Here's another Omni coin. So, Fungi Forest is pretty damn high up. Whoops. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a chunky banana. Okay, we can get a chunky banana. Bananas out on the aisles are, they're just a grab it whenever you want to figure. Come on, chonk. That is the correct sound. The sound of enthusiasm. Good work, Chunky. Rah. Switch time. Oh, banana. Alright, it's looking pretty good out on the aisles today. At least there's no damn bananas. Just regular colored bananas. Okay. So there's a big breakable thing there. Possibly a switch there. And a teeny thing over there. Okay. This is almost certainly breakable, though. It is not. Come on, teeny. Oh! Oh! Chunky probably has 2 brain cells, 3 at max. Yeah, you're right. You sneaky little creature. Gotcha! Take that, you miserable little fairy. Whee! So I'd like to point out that the requirements to unlock the next level are less than half the number of bananas I have right now. Okay. So what do we do with this? First off, I doubt the only... Really, Diddy? I doubt this is the only thing I can do with the jetpack. But we will take a look around and see what we can find. 113 out of 200 bananas in the game. Come on, Dibs. Oh. Okay. So, not that. So we actually can't fly to K. Rool Isle. That actually helps narrow down what I might be able to do with that jetpack by a fair amount. Because I'm still willing to bet it's more than just hop that tiny gap and get a banana. But I don't know if I'll fully be able to figure it out. And success or failure, this is going to be the last thing we do today. Let's see. Okay, there's an Omni coin there. little bit of that. That Omnicoin may genuinely be the only thing I can access at this point. There we go. Alright. So that is it for today. Last thing we'll do, we will take a look at how our Banana Fairy unlocks are coming along, and then that will end the stream. And then I'll need to sit down and actually do a little bit more prep work before my D&D game tonight. I played the DK rap at the start. I'm not going to do it again. Okay. So now I can refight bosses I've already fought. I can access a Rambi Arena, an Unguard Arena, the DK Arcade, or the Jetpack. And then, as always, I have access to the cinematics. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. That went pretty well. Be sure to tune in on my next stream, where I will be 100%ing Fungi Forest. And now, as always, it is time... That was a rhinoceros riding a barrel. As always, it is time to make the sound to summon the end of the stream. Wow, 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 wow.